watching a syndicate program.
The Emperor has been expecting you. I must obey my master. Indeed, you are powerful. It is pointless to resist, my son.
What is up, everyone? It's Monday, which means we're starting off our amazing week, or maybe not so amazing week. We'll have to tease it. We'll have to see what's going on. This is the Toy Chest, episode 59, being recorded on March 23rd, which means the street date yesterday was here. What was the street date? We'll talk about it. We've got that to talk about. Plus, we have maybe... shocking, guys, controversy in the toy world of Star Wars. Oh my goodness, what would we do if everybody just got along? But anyway, teasing that for future. I'm your host, Darth Mucho. I've got Scott Solo here.
What's up, nerds?
Alexander Storm.
What's going on?
And Tommy.
Yesterday was This is the Sun Way. Today, this is the Mun Way. Welcome in, everyone.
Very cool, very cool. Oh my God. So, before we get into it, guys, because we got a lot to talk about, some of our experiences, and there might have been a massive vlog that went out yesterday or this morning.
Correct.
Kind of, we'll touch on it. We'll touch on it. If you're not in the know, you will be, right? So, real fast, first of all, our Shadow Council, our financial wing of the Starlight Digest. You guys are awesome. We're trying to get more stuff for you guys to consume and everything. But if you're interested in what this is, scan that QR code. And on Wednesday, you will get your proper shout out along with all our channel members. And I'll hit this one first because Star Wars and Brews, $10 super chat awesomeness. Star Wars peeps ever. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate that. Honestly, we do. And just calling us awesomeness. So that's a good thing.
Love
New
it.
shirt. We've got Star Wars and Brews also holding a line for Commander Bly, but what was Bly? Has anybody seen Bly since yesterday?
No.
You got his figures and ran, huh?
He got his figures and ran. Yeah.
Oh, man. We've got Ray Stanley checking in. Oh, dang. What did the retail do? Just hold on. Yeah, just hold on. The Max Rebo experience. Hey, all. We've got Michelle and Little Beastie. My daughter got me used to pre-ordering. We look at the listings together, which she tells me what she wants for Christmas, makes Christmas shopping a breeze. That comment reminded me of the whole like Sears catalog, circling things, the circulars that went around. And hey, it's just the modern twist of that, doing that today, right? So very cool. Thanks for checking in. Michael Galupo, what's up, y'all? Replay gang once again. Hey, not a problem. But I checked out Target yesterday and nothing. Love the toy hunting video y'all did together, though.
Thank you.
It was something.
Yeah. I don't know if we're still friends. We'll see. We'll see after this. I know Scott and I haven't talked to each other since yesterday. So
it certainly tested friendship. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, yes, sir. You and Chet at least were separated. You know, I had to drive.
We had to.
So now I'm.
I gave you breakfast. You son of a bitch.
Mechanize a wild Darth Butcher appears in a toy aisle. Yeah.
Got him.
Did you see
It was
my
weird.
expression the whole time? TVC Trev. Hello, fellas. Hey, yo, Pitt. What's up? We also got Michael CF3DP. What's up? Stu John Jedi checking in. We have, let's see, Rhino Hobbies. Hell yeah. Rhino, I hope I see you this Saturday at, oh no, I don't think you are coming to WonderCon. So we'll talk about convention appearances here in a minute. So we've got James Morrow. Good evening, everyone. Hal Runner Base. Hey, Hal Runner, we do have a giveaway later on this stream.
Yes.
And if you don't win this one, there might be another one on Wednesday from some other channel that.
And the question is, what does LAAT stand for? No, I'm just kidding.
That's right. So we had to secure some things for our pit. You know, look at that white box. Whoa. What? RMD Collective. Hell, there seems like it was a successful Star Wars hunt toy yesterday. Whoa. Felt a little Force Friday-ish.
It did a little bit.
Absolutely.
Little bit.
And honestly,
kind of.
It did. And we will get into it, of course. TD3 Trooper checking in. Of course, guys, if I miss anybody, let me know. Star Wars and Brews. We got Scott doing a bunch of emojis because he's a channel member, and that's what channel members do. They throw in emojis. We've got 20 Riley Bob. Hey, yo, what's up? Oh, man. Dr. Brantley, I love this comment. This is the highlight comment of this of the day so far. Tommy's video with everyone was great. Should be used as a Target/Walmart training video on what not to do.
True that, brother. True that.
A point of contention talking tonight. So we've also got Chet Maddox. There he is.
Chet.
Now, that's right. Yeah. And I think, okay, well, look at this. Phantom Menace Dennis. Hey, haven't seen you in a while.
What's up?
What's going on, Dennis?
Favorite space jockey. Spitting on Black, picking up all that TVC. I was going to say that Tommy does not want to sit down. I was going to say it. If you don't know, go watch Tommy's blog on his last podcast. What word not to say in the community anymore? I'm not going to give in.
What word?
You know.
What word?
The TVC slop. Oh, I had to say it. Sorry. It's been a long weekend for me. This is what happens.
Waking up.
Hey, what's up, B Sum? Let's see. Mando Mike checking in, also watching from work out in Bass Lake, Albury area. Dang.
Nice.
Don't even know where the hell that is.
Yeah, you have to draw us a map on that one.
It's a place. It's a place. Yeah,
is it though?
Sure, dude.
Is it?
Yeah. Arc 501st checking in. Hey, people. Finally had time to join live, not watch replay. Hey, thank you for being here. And of course, we do love our replay crew. Of course, you guys on the replay crew, get your comments in the section below to continue the conversation also. So let's see. Yeah, they're talking it up in chat. They're already ready to go. We've got Art Henderson. What's up, guys? We have Clink. Hey there. Ryan Renoaz. We got
Renoaz. Nice.
Man, look at this thing. Thrash Metal 74. I love that name. Thrash Metal. The only figures I want is a Mandalorian with Grogu and the AT-AT driver. That's it. I hope you got it.
Those are the two I reviewed.
Yeah.
AT-AT driver.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's caught up with the chat. Again, if I missed anybody, if you're in there, pop in, say hi, join the conversation as we get into this. Max Rebo.
Douglas Gonk, what's up, man?
Yes. Douglas Gonk 1170. Sup, dudes checking in. And Max Rebo's telling me, letting me know. Mooch was mad there was no holdover release. I asked Scott, I said, hey, what are we doing this for?
She's the surprise reveal in the Mandalorian and Grogu. That's what she'll be.
Yak Face still has that teaser of a 2-pack still to come. I cannot wait. Collecting Star Wars up, cool kid. Yes, this is the cool kids table. Today it is. It will be.
The
And
cool
there he
kids
is.
table.
To finish,
There
the
he
shout-out.
is.
What
There,
up?
he's first. He's first of the last to be shouted.
There we go.
There we go. There we go.
All right, guys. So we've been anticipating March 22nd. We've had some things out there in the wild. March 22nd of being denied at the registers before the date, being told to wait until March 22nd. March 22nd was supposed to be the launch of the marketing campaigns, figure-wise, for Mando and Grogu movie. And we set out. We had a mission to set out. We got bolts checking in. HTTs, Remnant Stormtroopers, and Mando.
Some of the Hot Toys stuff I saw today. Holy crap!
Wow.
They revealed them at like 4 a.m. Eastern time. I was sitting there editing the vlog at 4 a.m. and I'm like looking at my phone like, oh, Hot Toys.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So we all collectively went outside.
We did.
Into the Targets, the Walmarts. Some of us hit the GameStops, right, Scott? And
yes, we
seeing
did.
what was the retail's response to the demand of the white box first editions, to the just regular launches for the Mando and Grogu. Plus, TVC had a street date also of the Sith or the Shadow Lord wave, I believe. So what did we find? There is a great vlog which you all will check out after this and everything. But I gotta just do an overall heart check on this. Let's go around the room. I'll go with Tommy, and we'll go around the room. Tommy, your overall experience is this something that caught your eye? Was this fun? Was this negative? You go for it, man. Floor is yours.
I have positives and negatives. I would give this release a solid C if I were to give it a letter grading. And C's get degrees. C's get degrees. But here's the thing: it's just barely passing in my book. So, in the several days leading up to March 22nd, Walmart started putting out all of their Mando Grogu stuff basically as soon as they got it. So that was fun leading up to March 22nd. But then we got to March 22nd and everything had been picked over because Walmart was just putting them up. And throughout the week, collectors and scalpers were coming and taking everything. So by the time we got to the 22nd, there wasn't anything left. Also, I'm not sure if this is Hasbro's fault or if, like, similarly to the whole Lord Starkiller debacle where they said it was going to be on Amazon and then it wasn't. Hasbro said that these first edition figures were going to go to Target and Walmart in-store only. I do not know a single person in the entire country that found any first edition figures at a Walmart location yesterday. Not a soul in the country. And my Discord was getting blown up, Instagram was getting blown up, Syndicate Discord was getting blown up, everything's getting blown up with people finding these first edition shippers only at Target. And when I brought the handy dandy barcodes, thank you Yakface, to multiple Walmarts, and then of course Jackson from 1313 Podcast did the same thing, they would scan them and the barcode would scan, but they would just look at you and go, not only have we not gotten this yet, we're not getting this product at all. So it's kind of like, okay, so clearly Walmart's not getting it, maybe until later, maybe never. But then, so those are my negatives. Is that and just in general, I understand toy distribution isn't what it used to be. I understand demand isn't what it used to be. Right. Clearly, though, there is. So this could be a positive and a negative. Clearly, there is a demand for Mando Grogu stuff because everywhere I went, things were selling, and they were selling fast. Whether it was first editions, regulars, exclusives, everything was selling, and that is very encouraging to see. Is that people are going out to the stores and they're buying up not just some, all of the figures. My one positive, my big positive though, is of course the community aspect of this. I know there are those out there that say toy hunting is dead, it's not a thing anymore. I think that yesterday really disproved that theory. I think there is still a very real demand and an excitement and a want to go out and toy hunt, and I think we all showed that through our vlog and throughout our communities on Discord again, really showing out all over the country and going hunting for these figures. And then I guess my one other thing is more of a critique. Target was not ready. They were not ready. They had all the stuff register locked, and then the 22nd came around, and you had to pull teeth at every single store to find an employee to bring the shipper out. Very few Walmarts, from what I saw, or Targets, my bad. Targets, from what I saw, had the shippers out on the floor the day of, and if they did, they were empty, not because people bought them, but because all the toys were in the back. So you had to go get an employee, and then they'd scan it on their little mobile thing, their handheld, and it would show that it wasn't in stock, but it was, and then they would go check and bring back all the figures. So it was a mess. I know I don't want. I've been talking for too long already, but that's kind of where it is. It's a passing grade because I was able to get stuff like this guy, and then shout out to Phantom Menace Dennis and Scott Solo and Alex for making sure that I was taken care of on the first editions. Alex, I was sleeping when you called me.
I know you were.
But thankfully Scott had me covered on that one already before you called me. So, and then Phantom Menace Dennis with the others, that was great. Man, it's just we got the figures, so it's a positive there. It's how much effort we had to go to get the figures that was the negative. So I'll leave it at that for now.
Okay. Well, before I hit Alex up, I'm checking everybody. In the chat. I see you. I know there's questions in there. Smoky Blizzard checking in. We got Dana. We got everybody. Really kind of piggybacking what you're saying, all that stuff. Tom Harris. Back in town to start shopping.
Awesome. Hopefully you find something.
Keep the conversations going. Alex,
Yes,
you and Chet from SKN were out in force. And I gotta say thank you so much, because honestly, I know you guys aren't a 100% committed Star Wars kind of like, collecting, but you still went out there because the thrill of a hunt was there. Did you find that?
You know what? Two things. One, a lot of people don't know, and I guess we're just going to use this show to let out. Chet and I are in the Alps, so that's the reason why he technically. I won't be on Toy Box Chronicles anymore. I'm starting my own show on Wednesday nights and everything, so that's why we weren't together.
Same time?
Just can't do it anymore. Like Martin Lewis, we just had to do a breakup. I just want everybody to know that
Chet didn't even know.
Turn on Wednesday. I'm not there. I'm on my own show now. Don't worry about it. So.
True. This is what Star Wars does, man.
All right, so let's go to pluses. Pluses was I was able to go into Target in Hemet, California out here because Chet, we decided to because I got to send this over to Tommy. This gas receipt. We decided to divide and conquer. So he did the Marietta and the Temecula area. I did Paris and Walmart, so we went out there. I walked right into the Hemet Target, walked down the aisle, it was out. Didn't have to ask anybody. I was able to walk right up and say, wow, it was there. Now the problem of it was there was more of the Mando than the other characters.
There was, absolutely.
So they had that in droves, which was it was great to see it. But if I went and I just wanted, like, let's say that I was hyped and I bought that one, and then I was like, you know what, I want to buy some other stuff. The shelves were terrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was nothing stocked of Star Wars. In fact, it looked like they had removed so many items. It was bare. And I was like, well, that kind of kills you if you wanted to, because, chances are you're going to grab a character and then an evergreen character like Darth Vader, you probably would have purchased that character or something. Yeah. So I thought that was a major distraction. No employees whatsoever, but they did have the stuff out. I didn't see anybody, but I didn't have the experience you guys did of just dealing with the buffoonery of people that work at Target. So then from there, I said, let me go to Walmart. And I knew it was futile for me to go to Walmart.
Right.
Because Walmart, it has no respect for any line there.
No.
None.
Yeah.
So
Toys, people, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I get that's like respect. Literally it was a 5-minute thing. It took me 15 minutes to drive to the store, 5 minutes to walk in. There's absolutely anything. So then I just started shopping and everything. I just picked up some chicken wings and just one thing. I was like, well, while I'm here, might as well. But they didn't have end caps, didn't have any Star Wars other than maybe some Micro Galaxy Squadron, like one or two, but very old ones.
Right.
No employees when you tried to ask anybody. like, hey, are you guys in like? Wait a minute, guys. Like, I don't work that department, and it was like,
Oh,
you know,
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I got one
hold
for you.
my
in just a
beer.
second. Yeah.
Exactly.
so that was one of those ones where it was like, but from what I saw with like, my man Jackson over the 1313, that's my
Yeah.
boy right there. He was out there, he dragged his dad out there, which I was
Yes, he
like, okay,
did.
that was cool.
So cool. That's so good. So good.
Just seeing the hybrid, everyone else out there, and the excitement of it, and then through the discords or also on social media, everyone was posting, hey man, I got this, I got that. I also, there's I'm gonna look, because early in the day there was something that I don't know, you guys are in the syndicate, you guys probably saw this, but one of our syndicate Discord members went into the store in full-blown cosplay.
I saw that.
Did he?
Yes, I saw that.
And
That
I
was
was
Max
like,
Rebo.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I want to pull that
I
image
know.
up or something. I was like,
Yeah.
if he has it, maybe send it over to us. But I'll try to pull it. But he was like,
X-Wing, right? X-Wing costume?
Yeah, X-Wing pilot.
He straight hit me up on. He's like, I know Alex won't believe this, but I went to the store as this, and I was like, okay, bro. that was the king of toy hunting that day.
Yeah.
More power to you, Max Rebo. I love that. I love the passion, the energy. I thought it was all there, the excitement. Even there was other people out there ready to stomp on people's goals and dreams.
Sure.
It was old school toy hunting, and the conversations that we had. Now, I will admit, like, bad thing is the gas. Second bad thing is that hybrid, Tommy, Jackson, they started, their whole text chain at 2:30 in the morning here. And as everyone was trying to sleep, there was 100 messages and voice messages constantly going. As like, you do know there's some guys on the West Coast here. But
I just turned my phone on silent and let it happen.
Yeah,
the FOMO
but I will
just hit.
Tommy massively cut that together. It's entertaining. It was great. As I was like, sometimes you're watching something, and even though you're in it, the anticipation of it was like, I've got to see it from someone else's lens. And it just, the energy was there. The music was absolutely there. It was like, it was an event. And I was like, this can't be the last one we do. It has to continue, because it was so much fun, man.
Yeah. I whipped up a custom logo for it. Did that. I did Western themed background music because Mando is the space Western. So I was like,
beautiful, dude.
Yeah, I thought that'd be fun.
Yeah.
It really was, man. It was great, man. But and then I saw Laurel and Hardy riding around together. And
which one's Laurel? Which one's Hardy?
You guys gotta have to debate that one yourselves. But it was definitely a comedy duel that was on the other one. I was like, okay. And also, shout out to my former partner, Chet Maddox. We'll keep this civil in public, brother.
You would keep it civil.
I like his skills with the Force. I will say, Chet's skills with the Force.
I don't. I thought that was BS. And if you know, you gotta watch again, guys. We're being vague, but Tommy's vlog, it's awesome. So
it's fun.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
So
but see, Moose was beamed up to that though. See, that's why he was upset. The transporters weren't working that day.
It's for I not how I remember things, but Scott.
Yes, sir.
Overall experience in this, and what are we doomed? Are we in good hands?
All right.
What's up?
Here we go. Okay, limbering up. So I arrive at Walmart at it was about 6:45 in the morning. I'm walking around. I find absolutely nothing on the pegs. So I'm like, I'm not even going to bother asking anybody. I can't find an employee anyway. The pegs are there. They're just empty. Mm-hmm. I find Marco. He's tired. He's grumpy. So I'm like, all right, let's go over to Target. We go over to Target. And we are the first ones there. We're there about 5 minutes before they opened officially, but the doors were open. So we walked on in. Lights were half off. We walked it back into the toy department. We were the only people there. And then it was like, okay, nothing is on the shelves. Nothing is behind the counter in the electronics. So let's find somebody. Over in the sporting goods, dude's putting stuff out. I'm like, hey, I've got these barcodes. Can you scan this and see if it's here? He scans it and he goes, yeah, it's here. That gal over there, you can go talk to her and she'll go get it for you. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And that was after he almost tripped me just trying to get over to scan. So I'm like, all right, okay. Mark Mooch at this point is like, I'm gonna go get coffee.
Yeah.
Screw this. So he goes to get coffee. I walk over and I talk to the gal in electronics, and she scans it. She goes, okay, I'll be right back. And by that time, somebody else had arrived for some Hot Wheels cars. There was a 2-pack with the DeLorean in it from Back to the Future. And then these other 2 people were looking for BTS light sticks.
Crazy.
So, all right. So the gal went back, brought back a BTS light stick, then went, because they only had one. And then they went back. She comes back out and says, yes, we have the figures, but I don't work in toys. So I've called over another guy to go over and get the toys. I'm like, you were just back there. You just saw them. Why don't you?
What are we doing?
Okay. So the guy finally shows up, scans it again. He's like, okay, I'll be right back. Goes in the back, pulls out 2 figures, the Mandalorian and the AT-AT driver. And he goes, here you go. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. This is a release day. This is the 22nd. There's 6 figures. I scanned through it all. They should, or 5 figures. They should all be here. What do you say?
Yeah.
All right. So he walks back,
dude. And
then instead of bringing like a case or the shipper, he just brings back a stack of figures, sets them down, and walks away. And I'm like,
"That's great.
Thank you."
Yeah.
But we did that though. We picked I picked up 2 figures, and then we went over to the other Target, and it was the same thing. But at least at that Target, Gabe at the Jess Ranch Target. Shout out to you, my brother.
Holy he was
crap,
cool.
That dude
was
awesome.
Good. Yeah. We found one guy.
He got the exclusive figure for us, the Patagon Mandalorian.
Yeah, he did.
and then he brought out the regular box ones, so I was able to open up regular box ones instead of opening up, the coveted white box. I was able to open up a regular version of it. But man, after that, it was breakfast, and then GameStop. GameStop had nothing. GameStop had nothing again today.
Yeah.
The figures were still on the shelves today, my friends. And that to me is disheartening. Marco and I were the only 2 people there at all 4 of those stores that I went to looking for Star Wars.
Yeah.
We were it. And this used to be a huge hub of Star Wars collecting activity.
The High Desert in general used to be like, let's not in LA. Let's go to their backyard and find everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So John, I had eggs and potatoes. So
waffle, eggs, and some fruit on the side. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, like my experience was the same was Scott's experience, but I it was funny because as I was trying to formulate tonight's show and everything, I had this comment of like, where does the blame game go? Retail Hasbro fandom, right? All around the
my finger goes to retail.
Yes,
that's where I'm at, man.
You are correct for $100.
And it was money being changed. Okay.
So. At the overall experience at the end of the day, and I think it was Jackson who said it, or it might have been Hybrid or Skywalker Hendricks, all the gang that's out there doing stuff. Mm-hmm. They mentioned one thing and it stuck to me. I think it was Skywalker Hendricks. So shout out to Skywalker Hendricks. He was looking at the socials out there and seeing that people were getting what they got in hand. Maybe not the whole set, but they were getting it. And it was a lot of people just on the hunt itself, right? People were outside doing it themselves. And I wrote this down. I put fans doing what fans do. Star Wars is for fans by fans kind of stuff. These events are our thing, right? And we can definitely put the finger on the retail and keep it there for a long time. All the stuff that we've been talking about. Yes, there might be some distribution things, but I really don't, because of the experience about someone bringing 2 figures and then 3 figures and then a shipper. It's like, guys, put a cart in and bring all the figures out here, because yesterday you said you couldn't sell these to us, but today they're supposed to be out here and you guys forget about us. Even one of the employees told us that happens, and sometimes it gets lost in that back room where it never comes out because they put it out too early, and then a street day they put it right back and it goes into a corner. You know what I mean? And it's just like one of those things. So I think the notion of hunting is not dead when it comes to fandom. The fandom wants to do this. Okay. The problem is retail doesn't.
Right.
Retail does not. They don't even know we exist in this field anymore. Where Toys R Us, I'm sorry, that power vacuum, nobody filled that power vacuum.
Nobody.
Toys R Us,
Clearly.
Toys R Us at least knew the supply and demand, and they had those events and they sponsored them. They paid their employees overtime for midnight
even if
releases.
They didn't have the product.
Even if they didn't have the product at the end, right? So, you know, in my opinion, I feel Hasbro did their job. I feel the fans did their job. We're letting everybody know we're buying these things. We put our, money where our mouths were. We're hyped for Mando Grogu. We're hyped for, a marketing street date, but we're scarcely coming to this point of, just like Michelle and Little Beastie said, just go online and pre-order. That's going to be our hunt from now on, right? Those 5-minute sellouts. And that's where you have no control. At least there's a little bit of this self-control or sense of control going out to the retail. But I really think Target is done. We're done with that. Walmart, honestly, Walmart, forget it, man. Like there's no other place.
Again, it was great leading up to the 22nd because we all found stuff at Walmart leading up to it. Yeah. And then but the problem was by the advertised release date, there was nothing left. And so that's where the issue comes in. There's not enough out there for people to consistently go out. I have a couple things on this, unless someone else wanted to bring up a different point.
All right.
So one thing I think that an issue, part of the retail issue is how inconsistent it is, not only from store to store, but from day to day within the same store. I've been to Target exclusive release dates on Sunday mornings plenty of times before, and I have had plenty of days where you walk in, there's a guy at the electronics counter, you give him the barcodes or the DPCI, he goes, okay, let me grab everything that's street dated for today. He goes back, brings out a cart with everything, and then there's at my store, there's I think 5 or 6 of us that collectors in the area that show up every single time, and we get to pick over the cases every single time.
Right.
What happened yesterday, we didn't have video coverage of this. The first dude, the only employee we could find wasn't in toys or electronics, so he was just blindly searching in the back, and thankfully it took him 15 minutes, but he thankfully, was kind enough to bring something out. One of the guys said, "Hey, can I take the shipper, the cardboard shipper?" And he said, "Yeah, that as long as they don't stop you on the way out, it's just cardboard."
Yeah.
He's holding it in his hand, and another employee that hadn't been there for any of this interaction walks by and goes, "You can't have that," and takes it out of his hands and just storms down the aisle. So we're all kind of bewildered at this. She gets about 50 feet away, and the guy just looks at us and under his breath goes, "Wow, what a bitch." And she heard him. She turns around and she goes, "What did you say? What, do you have something to say?" And we're all standing there, "Oh my God." And he just goes, "No, I was just talking to these guys." And then she goes, "Yeah, that's what I thought." And then she turns around and keeps storming down. She starts bending and folding the shipper, crushing it all up, and we're like, "What is going on?"
Wow.
She must have complained to the manager, because then we're all standing outside the store. The manager comes out and thanks one of the guys for being nice. And we're like, "What is?" And then she goes back in the store. We're all standing there what is going on? So clearly it can be very frustrating as the consumer. We have to track down an employee. You have to beg them to get the items out from the back. And then there's random employees who don't even know what's going on coming in and causing issues here. And listen, I am never the guy that says, give retail workers a hard time. I used to work retail.
Sure.
And I know firsthand how awful customers can be to you. But man, I was I've never had an experience like that in my entire life at Target. And
I've never seen employees go at it. I've always
no. It's always consumers.
And
the other thing, so I will say, other than that one little thing that's never happened before, I had a lot of fun going out with people, and going with other local collectors, seeing guys that I only see when we go out toy hunting. We don't communicate. We all just show up at the same place. That was fun, going back and forth. And
I kind of wish we had some other fandom to go here. You need to add that driver here. You need
the other
nothing in '99. Whenever the Phantom Menace came out, man, we were sharing the figures in line. You know,
sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
Tommy,
and the other thing too is I know Scott will feel me on this one. Where was the TVC to coincide with the Black Series on this drop date? So there are multiple TVC waves that are supposed to be out by now. Yeah, and
it wasn't just Mando Grogu Black Series white box.
Maul Shadow Lord figures for TVC were supposed to be out. And that is where, again, we go back to Steve Evans recently did a live stream on his YouTube channel, and he made this statement about, well, if we want to get more TVC, we need to grow TVC by, people buying more. Yeah. How are you going to get people to buy more if you don't put it out to the retailers? You're not putting it out there. So that's the problem is I know there are people who would have gone, oh man, I got some Black Series. Oh yeah, Maul Shadow Lord's coming out. I'll grab one of these little figures and take it with me.
He was prepared to buy the wave of TVC.
So was I.
That's all I wanted. That is literally all I wanted to get yesterday was the TVC figures. And the problem was so very few people found TVC that nobody had the barcode to scan for.
I know.
Yeah, that was
TVCI number. It wasn't until today when Yakface posted the back of the 11th brother that there's a barcode that we can I can take to Target tomorrow and see if maybe or Walmart and see what's going on. Yeah. But I did want to hit this right here. Order 66 collections. He's saying, when are we getting the weekly Moocher and Scott Solo toy hunt?
You guys were hilarious.
It's gonna have to be a quarterly, man.
You guys were hilarious.
I'm gonna really make you work for it.
But no, the vintage collection though, I mean, at Target, it was like, okay, can you the other figures, the past figures were register locks. So I hope that maybe it shared the same DPCI or barcode.
They all share the same SKU. Yeah.
They had nothing whenever it came to scanning it.
I asked him my Target. I had him scan. I said, do you guys have any more of these? And he said, we only have 3 in stock and you're looking at them. And I was like, dang.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Max Rebo's Tommy has turn to the dark side, meaning TVC. Of course, only Moocher's keeping it real, man. Like, I think Alex too. I don't think Alex has gone down. Yeah, hey, we got this. In fact, maybe you and I will team up for that Wednesday partnership.
Yeah, well, again, since
crazy.
I think we should do that, brother. Because
again,
Chet and I have broken up and everything else like that, so we're splitting up the show. So
All right, I'm gonna hit the chat because we got a bunch of people popping in, and you guys, honestly, I see you, but yeah, Paula, we watched the trailer from Maul Shadow Lords. Do you guys think that the pink Twi'lek is Darth Talon? Yes.
No.
Well, yes.
I do not.
See us Wednesday.
I do not, but
of course it is. Come on. So we also had Nerd Alert checking in. Saw the TVC Mando Grogu. People will not like the deluxe sticker on the blister pill box. Yeah, that Scott has a review coming out, and I'm sure that Tommy has one too on that deluxe Mando Grogu.
He's in my pile of loot.
With that sticker.
I don't
know. I keep the stickers on because that's how it was. I mean, that's how, if I was getting box, then I don't know. We'll see. But let's see. We also got Eric Coates checking in. Hello guys. I found the 11th brother wave at my wall. Okay, well there you go.
You should go into our Discord, which the link is below for
First
our Discord.
link.
You should join the Discord down there and photograph the barcodes and put those in the Discord chat.
Definitely.
That will help all of us out immensely. I mean,
like
you
I said,
have no idea how much that would help.
Not only is the Discord a great place of conversation, it's actually, like I said, the buddy system, sharing links, getting alerts. This is hitting, because I remember one time someone said this is hitting the Mando Grogu's, and everybody went outside. Everybody started hitting the stores, and then but you know what? I think at the end of the day, though, we have this conversation a lot. It happens once a month, twice a month, sometimes, about availability, just buying just trying to buy a toy, man. Like, honestly, this isn't like, I know we're not trying to save the world in this stuff. I know,
not curing cancer,
but like the employees of these things are clueless and are not filled in. So I don't know if it's the head person or the people at the ground, or again, no representation. Because I even told Scott, I said, you know what, a Hasbro rep today would have been amazing, like we've been talking about.
Yes,
but
dude.
You know what I mean?
Oh
just having that, because turning the corner of the places that we went and seeing nothing, going to the shelves and pegs, just nothing. Not even the regular mainline releases and stuff was very disheartening. And again, it is becoming a scarcity that fans are actually going out because of that reason. They're not going to waste their time. They go on to the Amazons and the Hasbro stuff. So,
and the thing that's sad is that NECA sends out representatives. So does Funko. Funko and NECA sends out representatives to Target all the time. I'm constantly running into those people in the aisles. Target Hasbro just doesn't give a damn.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't think with Hasbro it's hard because I get the sense sometimes I could be completely misreading the room on Hasbro, but I feel sometimes they're just barely keeping the lights on at certain points. So to hire a bunch of people to a market, whatever, I don't think it's ever in the cards.
Maybe if we took 1 million of the 10 million. Wait, I shouldn't be talking about the CEOs. AI CEOs. Hashtag AI CEOs.
And like I said, I know nothing other than what we do, right? And
got to keep those Christmas bonuses, man.
So,
anyway,
stockholders share options.
And Mac, I think it was Max Rebo who said, or how somebody set it up in the chat. I apologize. Was if you build it, we will come, kind of stuff. It's a proven fact. If anything, proved that we want to do this.
So. Was it Max Rebo experience? Was he the one that walked around?
I think so.
Costume?
Actually,
there you go.
Got his Colonel Ward he was looking for. He collects everything pilots. Everything pilots.
That's awesome, That's dope, man. That dope.
I did want to say that as far as Walmart goes, because I'm so torn, man. I mean, there's different things that I didn't like about each retail chain, right? Yeah. So I have to give Walmart kudos because at many of the Walmarts in my area, they moved the Star Wars section to the end of the aisle closest to where when you're walking down that main aisle, Star Wars is right there now instead of being in the back. So I have to give Walmart credit there. There clearly was some sort of, retail reset that happened that clearly they made a conscious decision to move the Star Wars section over, and they had a larger section to house more figures. What I do hope, though, and, Chet's right on it, Walshart and Tarshit, but they...
right.
I hope that the turnout, because I can speak to my area, Hybrid's area, Jacob out in Detroit's his area, Jackson, we all saw figures completely sold out for Mando Grogu everywhere. Yeah. That is a good thing. That's, as hard as, and
it's a great thing. Yeah,
it is, because hopefully now Walmart will see that and they'll go, oh wow, that hasn't happened in a while. It's almost like these figures that we've had on the shelves for the last 6 years now aren't moving, and then we put up new ones and they sell. So I hope that changes it. And I know we've shared a lot of criticism on this, on the retail chains on this. All that to say, I had an amazing time. It was so much fun. It did still feel like an event because we were going out hunting and we were finding things. I think that the retail chains have a lot to improve on, and I hope that constructive criticism doesn't fall on deaf ears. It will. Yeah. But
it will. Yeah.
I hope that everybody, don't get it twisted if you're watching. I had a blast putting the video together, going out, recording, looking for stuff. I have not been this excited to consistently go out toy hunting probably ever in my adult life, and that so I started collecting since 2019. This is the most excited I've been, even if I don't find anything, just going and looking. And now I'm looking for that TVC wave, and still it's I've got a few extra minutes, let me run over to this Walmart, go see if they've got that new wave. And that's because there's actually things on the shelves, especially at Walmart, not so much at Target. But I will give it that. It was so much fun. Yeah.
Well, let me hit all Walmart. This is what we encountered.
The Invisible Collection. Yes, the Invisible Collection.
Yeah, I just ended up finished saying the F word really, really loud, I think.
Yes, you did.
Well,
this is Darth Moocher with no coffee. Can we make that a meme and have a thing there where he's pointing at something and
walking up this, I just want to shout out to Jacob. I see you, man. Get your questions in again if I don't get you, because we got a lot to say tonight. But he's letting us guys know that he bought $86 lower price on Jango Fett Slave 1 from Clone Wars cartoon animation for that price. Got so lucky on eBay. It's complete with no figure. That could be a topic for another time, but sometimes you do get very, very lucky on eBay. I have in the past, definitely.
Here's one thing, like Tommy was saying, I think Walmart and Target have to have a complete point of customer service, and then having an issue with the employees. It wasn't so much that it was the product, the amount. It was because their employees don't give a damn.
I believe so. I believe
that was the main point. But it used to be the customer was always right. You smile at customers. Good morning to you. The situation, and they've gotten out of that. Yeah. And so now you've got them where it's like, remember, every customer walks in the door is paying your salary. It doesn't matter whether they're coming in there for a bag of Doritos or they're coming in for Star Wars.
Look, I'm gonna be an old man right now, and okay, now, right now, even after I stop saying this, I'm still gonna be old. But anyway, the reason why I am very, very jaded when it comes to retail, and I am the first to admit it and stuff, and I just wasn't in the mood, because it wasn't in the mood to hunt Star Wars. Is the mood to deal with these people, I'm telling you, because everywhere I go, no matter what it is, it's not Target, Walmart, it's employees that they're not ruining it. They're just not there to they're there to have a paycheck, and that's it, to make their 8 hours go as fast as possible. And it's a bother for you to even ask them a question. I've experienced it buying my phone. I've experienced it at Walmart and Target and all that stuff, to the point where we actually start to get rude back to them. And it's not, it's like, hey, the employees that are actually there to help and to do their job, they're getting paid to do this. It's not, we're asking anything for free for them, right? It's just to go in the back and bring the damn figures out, not one at a time, not two at a time, but like, guys, street day, boom, boom, boom. Anyway, I was never that type of person. I'm very, very passive, nice person in public. I don't honestly, if I don't find it in the store, I just walk out. I don't really care to bother to engage anymore. I just don't. I don't have it in me whatsoever. So the takeaway out of this weekend was, again, it was the notion that retail is dead to me, but the collecting, the fandom, and the want to go out there and hunt is not. The desire to do that is not. So I believe a solution is these lobby swaps, these room swaps, and these local conventions, and people do it themselves. The ones that mama pop, the brick and mortars that'll go there, open up their lobby and their room to this type of retail. I think that's where you're going to find a lot more stuff. Like Michelle and Little Beast, if you guys get a chance, take her out to a convention, a local toy show, a comic convention, and experience, haggling, experience availability, experience, scarcity, all that stuff. And I think that's where it's going to have to go from now on. I hate to depend on that, because sometimes, it's, FOMO, right? You have to try to kind of like juggle this whole thing.
And you are going to pay more. You're definitely going to pay
in
more
ways. You will, absolutely.
But if you're gonna go haggle, make sure you guys are downloading that Toy Hunter app.
Toy Hunter app will give you all the insights.
Is Google Play and iOS. So now you got no excuse not to have it. If you want to go there and get the best price, you definitely can. One thing I will say about the employees, and I will give them props, is them not giving a damn did work out for me. Because when I got up to the cash register, the item that I bought was same day. It's not supposed to be the 20%. So I looked and I didn't pay attention, because I'm like, it's 27. So
right, yes, yeah.
I got to the car and I was like, why does this say $24.93?
Right.
Somebody has screwed up and put the 20% off, and I got it for what it would have been, let's be honest, last year. But it was interesting as hell. I was like, well, thank you, Target employees, for not caring.
I know Scott picked them up for $24.99. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, I think that a lot of content has been produced on this and will be produced on this as we go forward with this. And like I said, guys, I implore you to go and check out the collaborate effort of the Syndicate and let's say Hybrid and 1313 and stuff. Just had a really cool time. The notion that was coming out for you guys to see. I like watching hunt videos. I like watching, to go on their stuff myself. So it was a lot of fun, even that, putting that together. I'm proud of the fandoms, the ones that did go out and do this and put that effort, forth that effort. I don't appreciate the Spock stuff going on with Chet Maddox. Like I don't appreciate this whatsoever. I don't appreciate it.
Said in the text chain, bro.
Yeah. Well, AI is a hell of a thing, man. It's like
so.
Now it's AI.
Here's what I will say too. I will say that the biggest positive that came out of this is the community building. This goes to show toy hunting, which has been an integral part of the Star Wars collecting hobby, is in fact not dead. It's not out the way. There is a demand, and you can still find stuff at the stores. You could still do it. It's still possible. And that's how things get better. That's how we achieve progress, is by having community, building together, having conversations, and that's how things get better, but things like this are great. Things like this give us people with shared interests that understand this as much as we do, to talk to and bounce ideas off of together. So that, to me, I think is the most important part of this. And I keep seeing time and time again, man, you guys did this vlog. It reminded me of Force Friday 2015. It reminded me of back in the 2000s going and hunting for the prequel movies. You guys reminded me of when I'd go with my friends back in the day, and I kept seeing, please, more of this, because guess what? No one else is doing this right now.
Right.
Exactly.
This is we've become, the internet has become so much just complain that you'll get live shows where everybody just drones on and on about how everything sucks and nothing is fun anymore, and that's not what this hobby is. This hobby is supposed to be fun and engaging and make you excited and have those conversations, like make those memories.
We're not saving lives. We're not saving the world. This is a hobby. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So I think that's the most important part here, is we're building a community, and we are collectively making a statement and providing video evidence of what happened on this day, documenting what happened, and hopefully it falls on the right people. The right people see it, and change is made. So it's better than nothing, right?
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, how many of you ran into people that you weren't with that were looking for Star Wars figures?
A couple times. Yeah.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We ran into a handful of people. Yeah. It was fun.
Interesting.
Yeah,
we didn't run into anybody.
No, it was Hot
it
Wheels
was just us.
So,
yeah. I mean, they were great. Which was really weird. The Hot Wheels collectors and the BTS collectors were like, "What are you guys here for?" So it was cool to have that kind of sense of conversation and community with other collectors of other things. But yeah,
absolutely,
we were it, man. It's weird.
Yeah, this is again, I have to write this topic down. Can extroverts keep brick and mortar toy hunting alive? Yes, I mean I see yes because I'm an extrovert, I'm not an extrovert. I mean,
you're an introvert.
Yeah. I don't.
We made the Republic Gunship HasLab happen last year, so
that's right.
Anything can happen.
Yeah. Well, again, to kind of like switch a gear just a little bit on Black Series subline. Yak Face had this whole thing. He said he had something in hand, right? He got something in hand, and it was a surprise reveal, and everybody was anticipating, like, okay, what can this be, right? Like, what figure can this be, and stuff. And it turns out that another subline, guys, get ready, the May 4th subline, starting with, I believe this is Walmart's. Yeah, this is
Walmart
Walmart's.
exclusive.
Okay, and I'm saying this because like this is Walmart's version of the May the 4th Stormtrooper special packaging, whatever, to kind of coincide with the holidays theme stuff, right? The Halloween, the Christmas, the Valentine's and stuff. And I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Target has one, and there's going to be a fan channel one.
There's going to be a Walmart, a Target, and a fan channel. Correct.
Yeah. So I will just say this right off the bat, like, me personally, I'm not mad at this. I'm not happy about it. I'm just like, all right, cool. Now, I always have this in the back of my mind about what you guys talk about sometimes about resources and effort and stuff, right?
Yeah.
For those of you that would love this stuff, I think it's great, man. Hey, like just like the Valentine's Ewok, like I don't care, like that's fine. I like the Halloween and the Christmas ones, but I'm not buying it. I'm not buying this. I'm not going to throw $30 at a novelty Star Wars at this point because I don't have Ugnaughts. That's my reason.
Okay.
But I'm not mad. But to be clear, I honestly, if there's people gonna buy it, then great, man. I really hope, and I will hunt for you. I will. Well, if I go outside, I'll have Scott hunt for you. Yeah. That's what I'll do.
I will look and see if it's out there, but I am not buying this. This is dumb. This is dumb as shit.
Well,
I'm glad that somebody's out there who wants it, Tommy. And good for you, man. Good for you. Awesome. I'm glad that you have this option, but this is
So, okay, Mooch, to your point, I do want to clarify something because I think this is a common misconception that people have, because a lot of people will see this and they'll go, well, why isn't this a different character? Why isn't this
I'm
other
always going to
thing,
say
blah,
that,
blah.
Tommy, but yeah.
Right. So I will say, first of all, my opinion is that I think this is harmless fun. It's in the same vein as holiday figures to me. I'm going to pick one up because I think this is silly and fun. It is what it is. Now, this is one of those where there is no new tooling involved in this product. So $0 of the year's tooling budget goes into this product. That is why they went with the soft goods pieces like they've been doing on the holiday figures, so they don't have to spend tooling dollars on new plastic parts on these figures. It's something to help flesh out the year's budget. It's a program that I'm sure other companies will get in on, and it's something that is, I think they're maybe testing interest for 2027. I'm sure there's going to be something for 2027 in the same vein.
Sure.
So sure. I do want to say that, a lot of people say, why wasn't it, this character or this character? This is just them checking off boxes for the year on the contract, on the keeping the tooling budget down. And this is a store exclusive. So rather than have an essential character be a store exclusive, you're getting a fun little commemorative figure.
This is the way to do it.
I don't see anything wrong with this. I don't see. I saw people like getting very upset. About this. And I'm like, that's where if you don't like it, you don't like it. Don't buy it if you don't want to buy it. I just don't understand the. Are you really that upset about it? Like, I'm seeing some people out there, content
nobody's
creators,
really that upset about things.
Content
Honestly,
creators
a lot
freaking
of,
out. Just like, man, this is that four-letter word that I love.
That's part and parcel. That's part and parcel, though, of all the Star Wars, all fandoms. Honestly, is just the extreme reactions to everything.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I think it's dumb as shit, but I don't care. If you want it, get it. Who cares?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like that. I wanted to bring it because, again, how torn the collectors really were about this, about like throwing really tantrums on about this figure, and I wanted to make the point. It's like, look, I think it falls in that line of the Halloween and the Christmas was as a sub exclusive line, which I great. And but like I said, personally, I'm gonna pass. But we've also we've complained a lot. Everybody has complained about the lack of support for May 4th anything too.
That's true.
Disney wise, official wise, whatever. So this is, in a way, I look at it, go, okay, cool. I'm not buying
80
it.
steps.
I would love to buy it for somebody as whatever. But I'm not mad at it at the same time. You know what I mean? I'm not like, I just like, cool, and move on to something else, because guess what? I know more is coming. I know more Black Series figures is coming. It's not that, this is the last figure we're ever going to produce. So I think a lot of people
also a lot of my point to the people having meltdowns about this is like, aren't you complaining every other day about not having enough money and everything being too expensive and blah? Dude, you get to save $30 by not getting this figure. Yeah. Why are you begging for every figure to be something you want to buy day one and then complaining that everything's already too expensive? Because I'll tell you what's not happening. The prices ain't going down anytime soon. So, if you're going to have one or the other, just this is a prime opportunity. It's a
buying it now.
Optional figure.
Commander Blige.
I mean, if it was, then
I'm buying it now. That's it. There's my $30.
A stormtrooper in a belly shirt does nothing for me, but that
Nerd alert. The holiday figures were insulting to me. That was first.
Yeah. Here's the one thing that also works out that I think we're forgetting about is that Walmart was stupid enough to pay for this as exclusive. Because don't think money did not exchange hands to Hasbro to do this. So they looked at it. They were able. Their marketing team was able to go over it, and they were able to sign those checks over to Hasbro.
Yeah.
So
look, man,
that's why you're seeing stuff like this pop up, man.
Alex. This is another reason why, like, the fans have more of an ear to the floor than the corporate anything at this point, to where they make that order form, or like, yeah, we're going to sign off an exclusive and it's going to be a reissue Stormtrooper for May the 4th. What's May the 4th? Oh, it's a huge Star Wars fan day. Oh, that'll fly off the shelves, right? Like,
those idiots will buy anything.
You know what I mean? And then when it goes to Ross or whatever it is, or exclusives, I don't know if they do, but then they were like, well, geez, Star Wars is dead, right? No, it's just no one's buying Star Wars. Like, you got to gauge the room sometimes. And I was also too, it's like, if we don't have these kind of things, these kind of promotional things, then what celebration of Star Wars are we even doing yearly wise, or just kind of like doing stuff, right? If it's just figures, and if it's just a logo on a cereal box here and there, and again, just toys, how else can we celebrate Star Wars, right? Other than new media, going to the movies and stuff like that. So that's why I say I looked at it and I was like, oh, cool. It's fine. If it only had a brown leg, right? Star Wars.
I'll be the first to say it wasn't what I was expecting when Yak Face.
No, I thought
it wasn't.
Yeah,
but it's also it's inconsequential. Star Wars, and that, you know what? That's, I think, a big part of this too. Star Wars is fun. Star Wars is not everything. Star Wars is your Andor. Star Wars is supposed to be your escape from reality, a way to enjoy a story in a galaxy far away. That things like this are so Star Wars. There's always been silly. Who remembers the Jar Jar tongue popsicle from or lollipop from 1999? Like, there have always been silly, gimmicky, stupid things in Star Wars merch, and that is this. That to me, I don't see. I'm not like playing defense for it. I'm not saying more of this. I'm saying there's nothing. I'm saying, you know what? It is what it is, man. I don't buy. There's figures I don't buy all the time. I am gonna get this one because I think it's fun. And Darth Shampoo, Bolts.
I had it. I mean,
and that's to me where to me, I think it's just not.
Yeah,
it's not worth getting so upset about. Yeah,
our very first 2 episodes, we did the Jar Jar lollipop and the tape dispenser.
Yes,
as
we did.
One of those things, the worst collectible ever, but awesome at the same time. I'm sorry to hog the conversation, because
you're fine.
I think it is important to kind of accept. And I'm not talking about most people, but stuff we see out there, and we're just trying to gauge and kind of steer some of that energy into, like, you're so mad at this, but again, guys, it's an exclusive. It's a yearly thing. It's a testing thing. It might not happen next year. It might be so diverse that forget it. We're never doing it again. I, for one, buy all the holiday ones except for the Valentine's one, right? Because who needs that? But somebody does. Somebody likes it. Tommy likes it. He did a whole review.
I bought it. It was fun.
But
same thing though. Same thing as this. It's fun and it's stupid. And I buy fun and stupid sometimes.
I'm cool with it, man. And I guess the notion of when I said that I'd rather have an Ugnet, well, it's true. I will save the kind of like all in pre-order whatever for the figures that I absolutely want. This day and age, I have learned, or I'm learning, to be very pick and choose collector at this point.
For the first time ever on one of these release dates, I walked out only buying 4 figures. I bought 4 action figures, and I normally buy 2 of everything. So, and just had they had the black or the vintage collection, I would have. But what I was going to say though, as far as this May 4th figure goes, we probably will end up buying it and giving it away some point for our May 4th. Whatever it is that we choose to do on May 4th.
That'd
be fun.
Yeah, because it's novelty for that moment, right?
Yeah.
Nerd alert. Okay, I have a point to make on this, but I'm not going to get toxic. I promise. In my opinion, the Clone Wars content toys is what really selling. We need some OG butt refresh and some new kind of vehicles, 1/12 scale. would uplift the Black Series. I won't argue that, but Lobot won the the Black Series Most Wanted, and that tells you that Lobot beat everybody else's suggestions.
He did win, didn't he?
He did
Yes,
win.
he did.
Tommy.
Can't wait.
And but here's the thing, nerd alert. I agree. I think Clone Wars content does sell. There is a rabid fan base, and one's right there. About that content. So
it's behind you. It's behind you.
Oh,
well, look.
My bad.
But again, guys, there's room for it all. There is really room for it all, especially when it comes to the movie IPs and the live action cartoons, whatever it is. But yeah, that's a great idea for a May 4th thing to kind of trivia. I mean, that's again as the trivia trophy.
Yes.
You know, and it's official and it's an official release. So cool. But let's do this since we are kind of coming into the past the hour mark. Let's give away. We're gonna do a giveaway, guys. Everybody in chat is eligible for this. Is the Mando Grogu 2-pack white box first edition. And the contest is very, very simple. In fact, I will let Tommy go ahead and tell the people how they can win.
Well, very similarly to the one we did a giveaway for a lat hat, right? Wasn't that what we gave away? And we did a trivia question related to. So get ready, everyone. Make sure you have your listening ears on. We're gonna have a trivia question that is Mando and Grogu adjacent. So in the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer, well, I should probably say
hold. First person that answers it gets it right? Is that what we're going for?
First person that answers it and spells it correctly. Spelling counts.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn.
All right, here we go.
A name.
So get ready, guys. This is the question. Get ready to type it into the chat. This is the giveaway question. So, in the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer that we had about a month ago now, we get an over-the-shoulder shot of a bounty hunter named Embo and his furry companion. Now, we don't know if this is the same companion that he had in the Clone Wars show, but the question is, what was the name of Embo's dog in the Clone Wars? I'll say it again. What was the name of Embo's dog in the Clone Wars?
Spelling counts.
Spelling counts.
Oh.
Hal Runner Base.
Hal Runner Base.
Look at
Hal
you,
Runner
and you
Base.
wanted to
as
draw
always.
a name. You wanted to draw
Quick
a name
as always.
Yep.
Quick as
Hal Runner
always.
Base. Got it first, everybody.
Ralph.
Rolf.
Hal Runner, congratulations. I promise you guys this won't be the last one. Last giveaway. We have Star Killer coming. We got some more stuff coming. And yes, we will do the wheel. We'll draw and we will dwindle down that list again. We'll make it exciting. And I think Alex has one for you guys to tune in on Wednesday.
We do.
Right?
Well, Chet's show on Wednesday.
Chet shows on Wednesday, right?
They'll be giving that out.
Yeah. So again, there's gonna be more opportunities. All right. Well, anyway,
Freaking Stu, John. That isn't capitalized.
Oh my god. Dude.
We didn't specify, right? We just said spelling. We didn't say grammar, so
yes, it is spelled the same as the Inquisitor. I asked the same question because I had no idea.
Yeah. And apologies for us calling Merrick or Marok the Inquisitor Merrick all this time. So we will make sure that when we address the Inquisitor Marok, it's the
I'm calling the dog Marok, and I'm gonna keep calling the Inquisitor Merrick just to piss everybody off because that's how I roll.
Yeah.
Oh man, we got Ryan Johnson.
Carl.
Supreme Leader Joy, checking in. Hey, everyone. Finally picked up the 3PO head at Disneyland yesterday, along with the Bespin Dual Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, they had it back. Nice. That's awesome.
Jacob Stanko, do you have a question for y'all? You guys, the Star Wars comic book. I forgot his name. Do you know that guy that looks like Terminator? Oh, yeah, the bounty hunter.
Oh, Valence. What's his name? Valence.
Valence.
Yeah. What's his first name?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's the bounty hunter wars or the bounty hunter comic books. The cyborg looking dude. But Yeah, I think
Belert Valance.
Baylert?
Baylert Valance.
Baylert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baylert.
I think that'd be awesome. Baylor. Let's put up our slides just to get a visual.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, we got just
Okay.
to get our visual again, guys,
So-
to keep it in our brains. What's out there?
Yeah. We're gonna start with this one because the only thing that came out, I mean, things were out there somewhere, but not anywhere where we could find them.
Mhm.
So I'm leaving those figures that were released on Sunday blue because.
Oh, Scott.
Yes, sir.
Scott, just today, someone in my Discord found the Obi-Wan 212 2-pack on Walmart shelves.
I saw that too.
Just
I saw that
today.
too.
Yeah.
The
I've
collector
only
con
seen-
one.
Yes, I've only seen that
Collector-Con.
one person has found it, so I've still got them blue on here. But it was.
Hey, it's fine because we didn't know if there was a release date for that, right?
Yeah,
It was April
no.
1st.
Oh, okay, great.
Again,
So it's breaking street
Walmart,
day.
breaking rules, those rule breakers.
And then, of course, the Black Series. That is where it was all at this week with the action figure finds. Everybody found pretty much everything, except for I did only see 2 people, I think, get the brown-legged Stormtrooper. I've not
Hybrid
seen a
and
whole lot of
Jackson
that.
both got it.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
He's out
Again,
too.
if anybody is looking for that, please join our Discord in the comments below. Just join the Discord. If you can find that barcode on that guy, upload it and help a brother out. Help your fellow collectors.
I have a question.
Okay.
I have an
sir.
answer.
First
do you?
edition boxes. This is the second time they've done this, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is this something that they should pursue of this type, and should it be expanded to the TVC line as a first edition kind of stuff when it comes to? Okay.
It started with
Yeah.
the TVC line back in the day because it wasn't necessarily first edition, but it was a foil logo.
Yeah,
the foil logos on
Yeah.
all the figures, and if you were lucky enough to find those were the chase variants. I honestly, if they could get their shit together and actually do an accurate release date, I say why not? But
I was just gonna mention a change, but yeah, Ken Bishop checking in. Sadly, I've not found any of the new stuff on the right coast, New Jersey.
True that, brother. East Coast for life. East Coast, best coast. That's what they say, right?
Is it?
What were you saying last week during that snowstorm?
so anyway, yeah, I know, right? That's good.
But I was gonna say though, like the white boxes.
Yeah.
How much effort? I'm trying to really put this in, like, lack of effort. Could they put into a first edition release with these white boxes? A wrapped box with character, how they do the portrait and stuff,
But this has got a sticker.
Yeah,
It's got a little silver sticker.
Dad made it all great. I think SK and you guys talked about this too, of other lines, especially I'll use this example, Mattel getting the DC license, right? A lot of talk goes into like what's the packaging gonna look like, because that might make or break a thing. I honestly think you would have probably tenfold people diving and really trying to get these if it was some sort of wrap, some sort of foil packaging, some sort of
It puts some effort
into the packaging of this thing. So not only is, like I said, the blame, again, the finger blame game was on the retail on this, and I'm not going back on it. I'm not going back on it. I'm going to the effort needs to be made a little bit more when it comes to a first edition stuff like that. I mean,
real quick, give a shout out.
I don't
Give a
hate
shout
it.
out to Doug Smith in the chat. Give a shout out to Oak Doug. What up, Doug?
What's going down?
Sorry, I haven't seen Doug in the chat in a while, so I just want to make sure I gave him some love.
Very cool.
I think that the first editions clearly work because look how many of us went out all over the country looking for them. Look how much effort people put into finding them. So I don't think they really need to change anything about the boxes personally. I think that if the retail stores do a better job and then people start seeing, oh wow, it's not a pain in the ass to go find them as much as it's been in the past, you're going to encourage more people to look for them, because again, it's that limited, that chase variant almost, and that's not something we get a lot with the Black Series, you know.
No,
so
we don't.
I think that if the retail stores can get it together, I think that this is something they should keep doing. Not for necessarily like every wave, but I think they should do it for movie and series, you know, releases that tie in. Yeah.
Here's the reason why I brought this up in the first place, because we had this. Well, Scott had the white boxes, and he was like, you know what? If no one needs it in our group, I'm just going to open it. Because I can care less or whatever about this packaging is nothing. But I do believe if it was some sort of special packaging, foil or whatever, I'm speaking for you, Scott. You could probably correct me if I'm wrong. You'd probably be a little more hesitant on that and save that until you got the regular release to tear open that and then get that to somebody who really appreciates that type of packaging. I feel like I could buy the white box out there and open up on my shelf and no one would be the wiser, or I wouldn't feel guilty at all being a first edition anything, right? So again, that's just me overthinking it.
Hey, buddy.
Stuff, and I get your point, Tommy. I think it's all on the retail side. I honestly think that, you know, because again, we've already proven that we're willing to do our part. We continue to do our part. Fans come through. We come through. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We'll complain, but we come through.
Again, for vintage collection, if there was something for vintage collection, yes, I would collect and I would hunt those down. Black Series, yeah, I'm just gonna tear them open anyway. So.
Even if it was like a foil wrapped, you know, comic book style.
I've done it. I've done it just because I don't.
But
care.
I think you'd be a little more hesitant on it and try to find the real release, like the mainline release, and versus like just taking. I mean, just little bit
based
more,
based on our conversation, because we were having that conversation where I was walking around. I had that Mandalorian, I had the AT-AT driver, and I had another figure in my hand in the white boxes, and I'm like, I feel almost guilty because I wanted to tear these figures open, and I know a lot of people are out there hunting for it.
Yeah.
So I saved the one for Tommy, and I took the other ones back, except for this one.
You know. So. I'm just, like I said, just going off of nostalgia stuff too. A lot of our collections are colorful and stuff, and it's like, it's just like no effort. It's just almost like those He-Man figures. Here's one we didn't paint, and this is $40.
You know what we could get to is if this movie is like a slam dunk for the majority of collectors. This could really change the way people look at first editions, because the last time they did it was for, you know, that wave was Rise of Skywalker, you had Jedi Fallen Order, you had Mando Season 1. The only things that people really love out of that was Mando Season 1 and Jedi Fallen Order. So a lot of fans do not like Rise of Skywalker, so those figures don't get people excited with the white box. If this movie ends up being a slam dunk and then the first editions have already come and gone, that is going to drastically change the way people look at it if they end up doing it again. So I think, you know, if it's all going to depend on how things shake out, you know, in the next couple months as well.
Yeah,
I think time will tell.
I will give him props for even attempting a first edition wave at this movie.
I was surprised. I was surprised.
Yeah. Me too. I was like, oh, they'll never do that again because it's not an episode. It's whatever. So I do give them some, you know, we will give the props when we think they deserve them. Honestly, I mean, this is not Hasbro. This is not a us versus you. Again, this is all tonight is about blaming Target and Walmart. So
yes, I'll do that every week.
Don't worry. Next week we'll get back to you.
Though Hasbro didn't help in the matter much. I mean, they provided some of the product, but not the guidance.
Well, no rules,
they
no
need
guidance.
The
Again,
how
much is that Hasbro's fault? Honestly, like I really have a hard time.
Hasbro needs to pivot, and like Alex brings up every week now. I mean, they need to pivot. They need to do a specialist in the store. They need to. They need to, or at the very least, there need to be
a regional specialist. It's not for every store, a regional specialist.
Because even look at, do you guys remember the Revenge of the Sith exclusives last year? They had that with the retro cards. They had the shipper at Walmart. And you could look in the shipper, and on each shelf is like, this is where Count Dooku will go. This is where Ayla Secura will go. So figures that weren't even supposed to be out until later in the year, they were planning to keep replenishing. And what happened with that shipper? Over time, it got filled with mix mashers and Nerf guns and random toys. And then what happened to Ayla Secura and the Magna Guard? They came out in like August last year, and then never hit the store shelves. And then all of a sudden, there's full cases of them in clearance. That is clearly a distribution issue on Walmart's end, and there needs to be someone a little more hands-on on Hasbro's end, making sure that things make it to the store shelves instead of sitting in the back until, oh, hey, this is supposed to be on clearance now. Dump it to the clearance aisle. You know?
Yeah. Let's just do this, and we will end it here, guys. But I want to ask Tommy if he knows anything about this. So, James Morrow, any opinion on why we have not had a Star Wars team video on Hasbro Pulse since January?
I do have a theory on
something
this.
in the works.
I have a theory on this. This is all speculation on my end based on what I know. So, I try not to talk out of my ass, you know?
Yeah.
So what I think this is I think Hasbro is aware of the feelings that a lot of collectors have toward new media. I think Hasbro knows that there's a lot of new media fatigue. We've been getting dumped on with Disney Plus series for the last 5 or 6 years now. Just relentlessly. Hasbro can barely keep up with coverage on these shows because they're coming so quickly and creating so many new characters with every release. I think that they know that a lot of people have a little bit of a disdain toward new media. So the last thing they want to do is do a fan stream and have the live chat be even more negative than normal.
You're not wrong on that.
I think knowing that, they were like, okay, you know, we could just do a pre-recorded video and just put out a video like they did with Maul, Shadowlord, and Mando. They put out a pre-recorded video on the YouTube channel, so you can still take a look at the figures and hear what the Hasbro Star Wars team has to say. Whereas, I mean, Alex got to see it firsthand. The kinds of reactions to Lord Starkiller, to Watto, to the Geonosian, to legacy characters, they know that a live stream is going to, you know, drum up some more excitement than the new media stuff because of just that general... You know, people don't get as excited for the stuff that's new versus what they're nostalgic for.
Yeah.
So I think knowing that, that's probably why. And I would say that the next time we have a series of reveals that are more nostalgia heavy, I think we'll probably see another fan stream. That's my theory. That's my idea.
I think that's honestly, it makes sense. It makes sense. You know, nail on the head on that one.
Yeah.
But I think we could wrap it up tonight, guys, and do this all over again next week. We've got a busy weekend coming up. So first and foremost, I do want to thank everybody in the chat tonight for coming in here and supporting Star Wars, except for a few. And I'm not going to give you that attention that you just desperately want. But for all of our pit members, you're awesome, like always. And I will see you on Wednesday when we do this all over again for Star Wars news and rumors and everything. But I'm going to kick it over to Alex and see what's shaking over there over at SKN.
Well, when I was a member over that channel, I would do it. You know, those guys are working hard. I've actually started my own channel, and Mooch, I know he's going to be on it. It's going to be the Red Shirt Away mission. So,
nice. Spoiler alert! I died before the launch, so it's like, I'll meet you there.
We'll beam over there. So, you know, Wednesday night. You know, look, this is a busy week for us, and it started off busy, a great weekend, and this is the kind of stuff that we live for. But you know, we're going to Toy Atlanta. You know, and this is the weekend at Toy Atlanta, so that will be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We will be live streaming from that actual event there on the convention floor. If you know, a couple of guests that we can actually run with. David Faustino from Your Children will be a guest because he's revealing an actual. They've been working on a figure for him. It's an interesting thing. So you definitely want to check it out. If you're not a lot of you in the Power Rangers or whatever, there is a bunch of voice cast. If you're into G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, a lot of the writers and showrunners from that series in the 80s is going to be there. So great time. Big Bad Toy Store. You know, they've got Grindhouse Toys.
Cool.
Like, there's so many Spiro. There's so many great, vendors and also toy makers. It's a really good show, and plus also tubers. Like, you know, right next to us is Mega J Retro, so that's going to be kind of cool. And he's got some stuff. He's got a book called El Dragoon that him and Danny Green have been working on. So, you know, it's going to be a very good event. But we'll be live streaming there, and I will tell you this is that The good thing about this, we're going to do something that we haven't done before, because there's two guys from the Starlight Digest podcast that was going to be at WonderCon, and our own Scully will be at WonderCon. So we're going to connect both coasts and have those guys report while they're at WonderCon, and then we'll be actually live streaming the same. So you're going to get to see two shows on one live stream, and that should be, again, I'll be on like Friday night. Well, I can say Wednesday night we'll be here. Myself, Chet, Scully, Fig. We'll be breaking down all the toy news and everything that we definitely do. And then after us, the Starlight Digest podcast. Good morning, Toy Box. We will be on a flight going out to Atlanta, but it will be pre-recorded. Nice. So there will be your weekend review. You will still get that weekend review. And then Friday night from actual Toy Atlanta, we will be on, I don't know how long, but I do know something there's a Starlight takeover, because Darth Moocher will be hosting Pixel Plastic Inc.
Oh, God save us.
With Scully and
this
Dr.
is a terrible
Brentley.
idea. This is a terrible idea.
This is the Moocher's Revenge Tour. I get to engage the Enterprise.
It's all Star Trek all
This
night.
is my show now.
Yeah.
And it's all no Trek.
So we'll see how the
Dr. Brentley gets out of hand, Alex.
You do running it, bro. I told them they already know, but no, just in case, the Wi-Fi is not well and everything, it's not picking up in the hotels as well, because by then the show will be over and it'll be about 10 o'clock at night in Georgia. So, we'll see if we can pop on. Normally we'll do that as well. So it'll be a bunch of us hosting that. And then again, Saturday and Sunday, we'll be going live from the show. Project Hell Moocher. There you go. But just having fun. Two things. One, we've got, several things. One, if you haven't seen it, our convention exclusive t-shirts for SKN, and it's more like a road tour shirt. And it's that's for Toy Atlanta. I know some people in the syndicate have purchased that. You go over to holygrailtoys.com. You can purchase that shirt. It's really cool. We did it last year. It was a mass theme, and that worked. But this year, we know it's one of the years of Motu, because Motu's going to be big. So it's got the Masters of the Toy Box. So go over to Holy Grail Toys or check our socials, and you guys can see that. Second Wednesday, not the only giveaway was right here on Sorlac. We do have a Mando white box edition that we will be giving out as a giveaway. So make sure you're tuning in to Toy Box Chronicles. Hey,
man,
those guys, again, look, I'm gonna be on the red shirt away mission in this cast. So, but those guys over there at Toy Box is definitely. And then third is, if you haven't done it, please ask you guys to do it. Tell a friend about it. Toy Hunter, the end-all app in toy collecting. If you want to have a tool to negotiate whenever you go to conventions. If you want to know by conventions, they've added radar to it. You can get beacon alerts. There is your whole entire collection can be put in there, so you've got it at your fingertips, and it evaluates your collection as well with real-time updates from what's selling and what's not selling. There you go. You get special badges when you go to WonderCon in Toy Atlanta. You will get a special badge, not to enter the show, a digital badge to show that you're at the show and you can contribute to the rest of the community. And so plasticnews.com is there, so you can get your toy news. It is not, and they're working on something, a health feature as well. So you'll be able to calculate steps and things like that. It is not just a collection store your app. It is a collection lifestyle app.
It does it all.
To be used all the time. So Tommy's using it. I know, Scott Solo, you've had it, and I know that also Darth Moocher. I use it all the time, and it's on iOS, and it is on Android, the Google Play Store. So you got no excuse not to get it. It's there. The one app that rules it all, Toy Hunter, it rules it. So check that. You can go to our Discord and check that out. But again, we were working, but I like to say we were working, but no, somebody was up in West Coast time working like a dog, man. And that was our boy Tommy, who cut a masterful video. If you haven't watched it after the show right here, most definitely, because that kind of work and effort needs to be rewarded. We were completely thankful for all the hard work he did. And I'm gonna pass it to the hardest working man in the syndicate, Tommy.
Don't get used to it, Tommy. This is the one time accolades that you're gonna get right now.
We will never sleep because sleep is for the weak. I will say it till I die, which will probably be soon because I don't sleep.
I remember that Clone Wars episode.
Now, yeah, I was. Make sure to go check out the collab vlog. Everybody's channels are on it. It's everybody you see here, plus Chet Maddox of SKN Shadow Nose Network, and 1313 Jackson, 1313 Jacob of 1313 Podcast, and as well as
that was
Hybrid.
A lot of 1313s.
Hybrid got in on it as well. It was a lot of fun to put together. Yeah, I got off work at 11 last night, came home, and I was like, yeah, I'll just whip up this video real quick. But knowing myself, then I'm sitting there editing, I'm like, yeah, let me make a custom logo. Yeah, let me research some background music. Yeah, let me put a whole intro clip together. And I'm like, let me put this thumbnail together for 2 hours. So it was worth it. It is such a great documentation, and it's just fun. You can tell everybody's just having fun, and that's what the hobby is supposed to be about. You could also check out my latest podcast episode. The Blitzcast comes out every Saturday morning. I do this past week. We talked about the new Maul Shadow Lord trailer and talked about the title of the episode. Is it slop or are you just gatekeeping? There's a difference, and we'll talk about it. But you can expect some reviews coming up soon. If I don't fall asleep at the desk tonight, I am going to record this and put this out tomorrow. The new Target exclusive Mando. So excited for him. I also have to review this AT-AT driver still. So a couple more reviews will be out this week. And I'll be watching very closely at the SKN this weekend while they're doing some big reveals.
Oh, yeah.
But that's pretty much it.
James Morrow, that's half of it. Yeah, I thought the point of this hobby was to annoy others. Yeah.
Well, yes. If you're on YouTube, it is to be a flaming asshole and be a know-it-all. That is what it is.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Well, we are going to do this on the Starlight Digest on Wednesday again, right, Scott?
That's right, man. We got news that's not news to talk about. I mean, there was an article that was released today. Is Ahsoka 2 dying on the vine?
Oh, my God.
What's happening? What does everybody know? What does nobody know? Nobody knows shit. And we're so tired of it. If you hate Star Wars so much, go find something else.
There's always Star Trek.
Leave us alone. There's always Star Trek. Go watch Twilight. Just go away. Anyway. Yeah, we're going to be covering all the latest news, all the latest and greatest. I got to see the Mando trailer in the before Project Hail Mary. Great movie, by the way. And just seeing it on the big screen, it was like, oh. So are we going to continue getting additional trailers? That's a good discussion, though. Are we going to back out and back away and try and stay away from the spoilers? No. Are we just going to go all in and watch and read everything we can?
Yeah. Short answer, we're not backing off. So no.
True. Just that was real short answer too.
Yeah. Just bring it on at this point. Yeah, and we'll dig up all the latest Star Wars news, rumors, and theory crafting from all over the galaxy. 8 p.m. Pacific time. The only time that I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna be mean. I'm not gonna be mean. But I do apologize for being so late for the East Coasters. But there's always the replay crew. Guys, get your comments in the section below. And of course, guys, I have to stress our Discord, our free Discord. It's an app, desktop version, mobile version. It's a syndicate Discord. We're all on there. In fact, there's a lot of people on there just having great conversations. Everything from Four Horsemen Studios to DC Universe to Star Wars, Marvel, not just toys too. There's all kinds of things. If you don't see a subject you want to talk about, you can bring it up yourself and create a whole thread that's going on. Anyway, guys, the first link in the description below is the Discord link. Join it. Get in there. It's a very positive community. And it just continues to grow.
Except when Bly's
daily.
there. Except when Bly's
Fortunately, Bly has been limited. So, I'm not going to go into details. But,
Mooch, shout out to Max Rebo.
That's going to be
That's how you go to a Target. That's how you go to a Target.
Max Rebo wins because we should have been doing that. Like,
Yeah,
I see that and I'm like, okay, man. Well, you win.
Yeah.
In fact, give us permission and we'll use that as our transition slide. So I think that would be awesome. But
I love
anyway,
that we're
guys,
building up a-hole squadron in the chat right now.
yes, why not?
It's so
Why not?
great.
But anyway, guys, again, Pitt, you guys were amazing. All our channel members, you guys were always amazing to us, and I cannot wait to keep the conversation going. So have a good rest of your night. Go backlog, watch everything. Again, Monday kicks it all off. And yeah, we've got a lot of cool things coming. So with that, we are done.
Keep it dirty, everybody.
This
I was waiting
more
for it.
dramatic pause.
This is Grand Admiral Thrawn. You are listening to the Sarlacc Digest. What a fascinating play on words.